to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Golden Gophers will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wolverines offense will start this game off with the football. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the little brown jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football game.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't thinking about, you know, the rivalries with Penn State and Michigan State and obviously Ohio State at the end of the year. Minnesota is not a program you can overlook, though, because they are tough and they are scrappy, and they're coming for that little brown jug.
Pressure coming, and the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
He's got him. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Shakes off the defender. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Nice move there. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on.
There he goes. Got some momentum to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. To the air, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Takes the easy one to the back. Touchdown, Michigan! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
The Golden Gophers offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Can't get him to the ground. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. To the air, it's O'Neal. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way for more. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Minnesota! A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Utah was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Utes team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A quick pass to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive look.
Lofts one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down. early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Under fire. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the leader.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. There he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. There's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, he's got some space.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. Under fire. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Michigan offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job.
And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. He's got 50 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Buys a little time. Trying to find the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then, you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all those things, it's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are and why the hatred.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Rushes on him. Fighting off the defender. Gonna try to get it himself. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Now adjusting. On the run, fires downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to...
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, great energy in that building and a fun first half for both Michigan and Minnesota with the little brown jug on the line. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Michigan plays out.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not.
There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Underwood. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Looking down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they will go so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented at Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to cast Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Back to throw, it's Falk. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Owen. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll go to the ground. Past the 1st down marker and still running. He's up to 73 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. The Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Bring in the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sends it downfield. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Falk. Makes the catch. It's Ferguson. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Let's go! Let's go! He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out a little extra.
Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Back to throw, it's Fall. Unloads to the wideout. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And after the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, this offense faces 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, This guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The give from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Got his man quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Skips away from pressure. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final